That's an intriguing angle. You could frame it as a conspiracy theory or a deep dive investigation. Want me to refine it to sound more...
A new thing? Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
The latest episode of the Joe Rogan Experience aired live, delivering its signature blend of intrigue, skepticism, and just the right dose of conspiracy.
Like a lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced. People that are like that all the time, she doesn't seem nice. It's very forced. And whatever, you're allowed to be a bitch, right? You're allowed to be a bitch. You're allowed to be nasty to people. You're accomplished. You're a comedian. You did the whole thing. What you're not allowed to do is have a Guantanamo Bay situation in the backstage of your show where everybody's walking around afraid for their life, and it's like Abu Ghraib where they're hooked up to wires and they
Dogs
have like
around them.
Yeah, she's got dogs and hoods. If an intern's late, they have a hood on. I don't support that. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wish her the
she's done?
best. She's around for too long.
James
Fallon,
Corden.
all these people, walk away. You've been famous forever. Walk away. Like, eventually, everybody, they're just going to figure it out. Now, Fallon's on an apology tour because of the blackface. Like,
is he?
Well, he was. Like, he had to go around and apologize a million times for, like, they're going to find the thing if you don't go away. You gotta have a good run, and then when you have a good run, you step back and you go, okay, I'm still gonna do my thing, but like I'm not. I mean, there's only a few jobs in entertainment, right?
Right.
So I think a lot of the cancel culture is probably these motherfuckers want those jobs.
Not long after Sean Diddy Combs found himself entangled in legal troubles, the beloved talk show host seemingly disappeared from the public eye. Was it mere coincidence, or is there more to...
Ellen did. This is really, really kind of funny. She said, being stuck here in quarantine is like being in prison. I haven't changed my clothes in days, and everyone's gay. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's funny. And she got attacked. Do you think this is prison? My grandmother died. You're living in a mansion. That kind of. But I think it's probably partly because that guy came out and said, "Hey, Ellen is mean. Post your stories about Ellen being mean."
Do you see the stories?
They're bad
They were
stories.
so nothing too bad, man.
What was it?
It was like, I came on her show, and before I left, she didn't say hi. It's like, oh.
Ellen takes down video after jail joke about coronavirus self-quarantine.
Oh, Ellen.
Wow, she's shook. She's shook right now.
Go to your roots. You're a comic. Stand by it, man.
Well, there's several other articles written about her being an asshole.
Oh, being mean?
That. Yeah, because people capitalize.
I've heard about it. I've heard of it. It's, in entertainment, it's all around. It's like...
Don't you also think that she's one of those tooth and claw, get to the top? That's why she became Ellen in the first place, and that makes a lot of enemies.
She's A-type. She's an A-type personality. It's her show. It's her way or the highway, and it rubs
The internet has been in a frenzy ever since Diddy's arrest grabbed headlines. Allegations against the hip-hop mogul range from financial scandals to ties with the underworld. But Ellen, she was America's sweetheart. Or at least, that's what her PR machine wants.
This is my first time on a talk show.
What is it, Noah?
My first time on a talk show.
Oh, man. Welcome. You waving your grandpa?
Yep.
Yep, your grandpa's in the audience. Hi, Grandpa. So, you're in kindergarten. What are you learning in kindergarten?
I think they're holding me, I don't know how many hours, probably like 11 hours. I don't know, it's like I was in prison for 10 days.
So you're enjoying it?
Yeah, 5 days, that's a week.
Yeah. So
10 days, year.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question about dinosaurs. I heard you like dinosaurs a lot, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What if I told you we had a dinosaur here today? It's a friendly dinosaur, too. I think you're going to like it. Look.
Whoa! I'm pretty sure that's the guy in the costume.
The toxic workplace allegations against The Ellen Show were just the tip of the iceberg. Was it merely coincidence that her downfall aligned with Diddy's legal troubles? Or is there a deeper, more sinister connection lurking beneath the surface?
I think it's really important to feel like there's someone that makes you feel like a pal, like a friend.
I love making people happy. I've always wanted to be the voice for people who felt like they didn't have a voice, because I know what that feels like.
Definitely for everybody, and did this and everyone. And then we're like, well, how do you know? He's like, I read. Not really, it doesn't really mean anything. You're always reading somebody else's numbers.
So what is?
But that's what you can do in comedy. That is enough to checkmate most comedians.
Yeah.
I read, and he does
wrong.
read. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's just a funny thing to say, because you could also be like admitting the ridiculousness of it yourself while saying, I read. Because it's kind of an admission. Like, I'm not there. I didn't go to the freak off.
Yeah, I want to hear somebody came and goes, I went to one of these parties, and man, P. Diddy was like, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go Meek Mill in the butt. But like, that's never going to happen. No one comes out and says
so
that.
if you're looking at that, what makes you conclude that he definitely was doing that?
Because he basically, the first time they ever met, he presented him with the Steele dossier, which had all of the dirt.
That's the pee-pee stuff, right?
Yeah, all the pee-pee in it. Or I shouldn't say there was no alleged, just piss.
Russian piss.
Yes, alleged Russian piss. Yes, that's the aspect.
Is that what collusion? Sure. Is that what collusion means?
Something like that. And then
he plays so dirty. They play dirty like a movie.
The whispers began innocently enough. Industry insiders hinted at a tangled web of Hollywood connections, a shadowy network where power players like Diddy and Ellen occasionally crossed paths.
Tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party. But that was at the Holiday Inn, I think.
Hold on a second. Ellen DeGeneres was at the height of her career when everything started to fall apart. Her show was a cultural juggernaut, and her name was synonymous with kindness and generosity. But then almost overnight, the facade cracked. Former employees came.
The personality is speaking out about what it was like working closely with Ellen DeGeneres Show for 11 years. Now he is addressing allegations of a toxic work environment, threatening Ellen's reputation as the Queen of Nice. Opportunity it afforded me, I did experience and feel the toxicity of the environment, he writes on Instagram. I stand with my former colleagues in their quest to create a healthier and more inclusive workplace as the show moves of turning a blind eye to alleged mistreatment happening behind the scenes.
To go down this way. She could have been brilliantly talented in front of the camera and carried that backstage, and she didn't. Every Friday we were shaking, who's going to get fired this Friday?
to the fire was Diddy's enigmatic nature. Over the years, he has cultivated an image that oscillates between magnate and enigma. His media appearances often leave more questions than answers, with cryptic statements and evasive maneuvers that only deepen the mystery. Rogan touched on this during his podcast.
P. Diddy